All right, what is up, YouTube? I am back once again. So this video will be more about me getting into options rather than talking about, different investments or different stocks that I'm actually trading. So I would say from the past week, I've been able to generate just about over 33% of my money is coming from options. So it's been able to increase my account a lot. And I'm definitely going to show you guys that once I go ahead and switch over the screen. But at the same time, I want to make sure that everybody understands options, that everybody understands stocks and the risk and reward between both of them. The options is more of a super volatile return. Um, it's almost like investing or trading penny stocks, and that penny stock will probably have an expiration date before it, goes to zero, or it, just completely expires or it's worth nothing. So that's the only key thing with options. And there's some options that are, a lot more expensive, like an Amazon calls and puts. Those are a lot more expensive. But I just want to show you guys what options has been able to, do for my account. So let's go ahead and switch the screen. All right, cool. All right, so as we see right here, CNBC, like I said, don't be afraid to actually read and watch videos on CNBC. It definitely helps you a lot. The reason why I was able to make just about $400 to $200 last week is because I was reading some of these articles that they do have on the website, and they talked about how the market might be going into correction mode, or the market might be looking at a sell-off in the near-term future because of the 10-year going to 3%. And once the 10-year went to once the 10-year went to 3%, the market started to basically just sell off after that. So when that happened, I definitely bought the T-VIX, and that was before, a little bit just before options was actually introduced. I would say enabled on my account. So let's go ahead to my Robinhood account. As you see, I'm up about $153. Right now, I'm in the Anheuser Budweiser option contract, and the reason I bought this, I'm saying that it goes to $99 before May the 11th, is because let's go to it. So we see that Budweiser is heavily oversold. I didn't want to put it just at $100. I wanted to make it, just right there at that $99 level. But as we see, the stock is definitely getting hit really bad, and it's oversold by a lot. And we're getting a lot of momentum to come into that stock, so that way it can actually pump up some volume in the stock and actually probably get us back above $100, or maybe close to that $100 level. But like I said, I'm only betting that it goes to $99 before next week. And that's pretty much, what an option contract is. Of course, it's very volatile. So basically, the stock trades at about $95. And with the options contract, I have about seven contracts. So it's about what? 7 times 100 shares. That's about 700 shares of the stock, but actually you don't own, those actual shares. But with the option contract, it does give you that privilege to actually, hold on to some shares and, make that profit as if you were holding on to those shares. So with the options contracts, you really don't have to have a lot of money to play around with it. And I would say the best part about it is that you can grow a small account really quickly with trading options. So today, I just cashed out on my Apple contracts. I made 100% off my Apple contract. All I did was buy one at about, let's see if we can actually go to that. As you see, the option contract definitely got me going higher. So we can just go to orders. So let's go to Apple. So you see, I bought Apple right here at $2.47 per contract. So I just bought one contract that cost me $247. And as you see, my return on it, I sold it back at around $445, or one contract at $4.45. So as you see, options contract, like I said, you don't have to have a lot of money in order to actually make a lot of money. So I basically just, someone just doubled my account or doubled my position size with that Apple. Apple was trading at about 167. And what I did was I said Apple was going to $170 before Friday. And as you see, Apple has opened up at around 176, 175, that level. And as you see, that payout was definitely, really nice for me. As you see, the contract went to $4.45. So right now we're in the Budweiser Busch. Oh, I can't speak about this. So the Estee Lauder calls. All I was saying that Estee Lauder will go to 140 before next week, and I think, or what is this? 2 weeks from now, and yeah, Estee Lauder is definitely killing it. So let's check it out. So basically, that was around when Estee Lauder was around 137, 136 ish, and I was like, okay, this is definitely going to go to $140 sometime soon. So I might as well go ahead and put an options contract on it. The options contracts were worth, I think, $1.73. I placed an order for it, didn't get filled because it was too busy shooting up. And the closer it gets, the higher the return the option contract does give you. So right now, Estee Lauder contracts around $3. So you see right here, if you would have bought the contract at around $1.70, something like that, and the contract goes to $3 because it increases in value as long as the stock is going to hit that mark. As long as you hit that mark, you are perfectly fine. And that's pretty much, what I want to emphasize on that. Once you hit that mark, you're perfectly fine. And we have right here Anheuser Budweiser, and bought 4 contracts at 89 cents. Bought another 3 contracts at 91 cents. So basically, I have around about. Let's see if we can look at it. So basically, I have around $629 was spent in order for me to get the contract. And as you see, I'm up about 9% on the trade. And let's just look at the contract for the week. We see the contract for what, $5, and now the stock, like I said, once the stock goes down and once the market goes down, it definitely does put a lot of pressure on that options contract. So right now we're going to hold that $95 level. People are going to be checking to see how long can we hold that $95 level before we start to go higher. Like I said, the momentum definitely points to the upside. So all I need is about roughly $3 to $4 for me to actually hit that goal on my options contract. So I'm not risking that much, risking about $600 in there. Hopefully I do 100%, or maybe, somewhere close to where I do a high percentage return, 30+%. And, it would even be better, if this thing went to $5, that'd be a really good return for me. But all I'm doing is saying, I think this is going to, $99 sometime soon, or sometime before expires on May the 11th. And that's pretty much all options contract is. You're saying that the stock is going to go to this price and this price, before it does expire. And of course, you can actually make money on the stock going down. Charter Communications, let me show you exactly what I mean by that. So Charter Communications, I don't know, I probably spoke about this last video, but when this stock kind of went up, or when the stock bottom right here, 250, the stock shot all the way up to 275. And I was like, okay, these levels can't hold. It issued lower guidance, weak guidance, and subscribers are definitely falling. So I said, okay, the stock will go to 245 sometime soon. I'll put like a little week expiration. I mean, the options contract are just for like, they're just for like the full week basically. But I was just saying that, it's going to hit 245 sometime soon. The stock hit 250. It did me about, I think, 60% return in that. But I would say those 255 calls, 250s, they were increasing by 3 to 4 times fold. And then the stock rebounded. It went back up to 270. No, I think it was around 260-ish. And those calls were going for about four folds, 5 folds. They were definitely up a huge amount. So basically, you can trade, in and around the stock without actually having shares in existence. So you can say, okay, I think this stock is going here and here and here. You don't physically have to hold on to those company shares because you're just betting on where the price is or where the price action is going for that. So that's pretty much all, all options contract has done, basically for my account. It looks like hopefully Budweiser breaks that dollar handle for that contract setting right here. We see right here, we're definitely holding that high 95 level. And it looks the same as the chart basically. So as you see right here, let's go to it right here. Dollar 26. We go to the Budweiser chart, same exact thing basically. So we're just looking. I'm just looking for basically profit. As you see right here, I just jumped up another 1%. I'm up about $64 on this return. I bought the calls not even an hour ago, just a couple of minutes ago, before I got on YouTube. So it is definitely here for you to make a lot of money in these options contracts, but definitely be careful with the orders that you definitely are putting in. Let me show you one. One that I'm. Let me show you this. So I have until what? Friday until these calls expire, and you see my losses are about $790. Yeah, that's pretty much one of the downsides of buying these super low, I would say low price options contracts, because they do basically just go down. I mean, and Microsoft did have some momentum yesterday, but these options contracts stayed down. So I have my sell order whenever somebody comes in and starts to buy, I'll go ahead and sell. But as you see right here, volume is definitely non-existent. But that's one of the downfalls of investing in one of these lower priced options contracts. So like I said, be very careful, but also you want to educate yourself and you want to understand the way that these options contracts do move. So I wish options contracts or options was available on here, so that way I can actually go through the calls and go through the put spreads, so that way we can actually see what is this company worth for an option contract. But let's see, what can we do on here? It'll be more confusing on here, I think, because of Robinhood definitely doesn't have it. I would say for like a simplified way of actually doing it. I know TD Ameritrade, you just have to be used to that system. And I'm not really used to that options trading system on here. I'm more used to that Robinhood trading system on here. So that's why I kind of avoid, doing a lot of trades on here and just do more majority of my trades on that Robinhood system. But Budweiser, Bush, I definitely want to see a really good return on this. So that's basically where I'm putting my money at. Other than that, that's all I have for the video. But yeah, as you see, really volatile right there, making my count jump up. But you see, my count was up 160 something dollars. And let's see here. We have IWO. I mean, this is basically just growth stuff, just basically just things that I want to own later on or for long term. I'm just buying one share because I really don't care about, having a bunch of shares of this company. I just want to buy, one share of that. Waste Management is definitely one that I really wanted to buy. Take Two, of course. And the options contract for Take Two are really high. You can you can mess around and double and triple your money, not even playing that far part of the options contracts really. So Kimberly Clark was another. Berkshire Hathaway, Honeywell was one. Home Depot was definitely one. Caterpillar, Dow, DuPont, Microsoft. Just diversifying myself with these index funds, or I wouldn't say with the ETFs. But that's pretty much all I wanted to own at the moment. But if anything changes, I'll definitely let you guys know. But until then, that's all I have for you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember to always be careful with what you're buying in the market, just because of you don't want to be caught in that phase where you're just a bag holder. As you see, with my Microsoft shares, I'm down about $790. $790, just about $800 on that. And it's really hard for me to sell my position off. So I want you guys to be very careful with that, but also educate yourself so that way you'll be able to understand how to avoid the mistakes that I just showed you. I want you to be able to avoid those mistakes. And as you see, Anheuser-Busch was definitely, I hope to be a really good play for me, just because of the momentum is definitely curving up. We have, that company is definitely selling off. But like I said, be very careful. Read and research before you actually buy into anything that you don't understand. But other than that, guys, take